Jessie, brought to you by New Ivory Shampoo and New Ivory Conditioner. They don't have...
Life insurance? Are you kidding? Maybe fire and theft. Okay. But to prove that anybody can do this, I'm going to have one of you do the demonstrating this morning. Okay, Molly, sit down. Put your feet up here on the flat. Now, I know a lot of people think it's just a big hype when they see me on television saying that I can build anyone a dream body.
I don't want to know me. I just want 2 inches off the old me.
Okay, we'll make that your goal. Now, this exercise develops gorgeous thighs. Now, I want you to slowly push your legs straight, picking up the weight as you do so. That's it. Take your time. Oh, you okay?
I think I pulled something.
And there we go.
Sorry, gang.
William King 10. Show me code 6 at the Body Boutique.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
Mom, are you all right?
All right, except for my head and body. They hurt all over.
Tell me exactly where.
I just did. Everywhere. Oh, my neck. Oh.
We're going to need a collar right away.
You got it. Booby trap weight machine. Some kind of full-release detonator. Dynamite for the secondary. If they'd have shaped the charges any different, the blast would have been bigger. Instead of just a few minor injuries, we could have had a few deaths. Digital timer. And if I'm right, there aren't that many people in the country with the expertise to pull it off. When will we know if you're right? Well, as soon as I can put the pieces together and come up with a composite of the bomb. Oh, by the way, the owner's Braddock. That's him. No enemies anywhere, huh? Are you sure of that?
Nobody's got it in for me.
Oh, you think there's just some nut roaming around who doesn't like health spas, huh? And he decided to blow up one of yours, just for kicks, huh? Picked it at random. Who, opened up this morning?
I did.
Who locked up last night?
I did.
Was that weight machine in use last night?
Yes, right up into closing time.
So then it had to be booby-trapped sometime, later. After you closed and after your maintenance people left.
Yeah, I guess. But you said there was no sign of a break-in. Well, that doesn't add up.
What, doesn't add up is why the bomb was set. The motive. Now, are you sure there isn't something else you know that you're not telling me?
Oh, I just thank God I was so out of shape.
What are you talking about?
Well, you see, I didn't warm up. And so I sort of pulled a muscle. Oh, I just love that little muscle.
Mom, you're not making any sense.
Oh, I most certainly am. That's what saved me. If I hadn't pulled the muscle, I would have been under that weight machine when the bomb blew it up. I was there just seconds before.
What?
Jessie, I could have died. I could have been killed right there. Right there, I could have died.
Okay, but you didn't. You're here, and you're fine, and you're very much alive. And I'm so glad you are.
Joe.
I don't know how you do it. A complete drawing of a bomb that's blown into a million pieces?
Oh, this one was easy and distinctive.
I know. You always say that every bomb has its own, what, so-called fingerprint? But this one looks pretty simple. It's 2 sticks of dynamite taped together with an M1 pool release detonator and a digital timer. So where's the fingerprint?
Well, the sticks were taped together in 3 places, probably equally spaced. And the M1 detonator was old U.S. military issue. That model's outdated now.
So what does that say?
Not a hell of a lot, except that we ran into a bunch of those babies in 69 and 70 when we were locking horns with some of the more radical leftists.
Do me a favor, will you, Sergeant? Dig out some of the paperwork on those cases for me.
They're probably cross-town central files. I'll get right on it.
Harmon Explosives manufactured the dynamite earlier this year and sold it to 14 different companies in the area, mostly construction and mining.
All right, run it. See if any of them reported a theft. Jessie! How's your mom?
Well, suddenly aware of her mortality, but otherwise as shy and retiring as ever.
Lieutenant, 5 of the 14 companies reported thefts.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. Doesn't anybody believe in security anymore? You know, I got a feeling that this is going to turn out to be some of those 60s radicals coming out of the woodwork. I'll see you later.
Well, Alex. Alex. Don't you think you're jumping to conclusions a little bit?
What? It's the same kind of bomb that was in fashion in the late 60s. You know, some of those guys are still underground, you know. I mean, who knows? Maybe they missed the good old days.
Alex, it doesn't even connect. They weren't bombing health spas. All those bombings were political action. They were protesting what they thought was an unjust war.
Right. When I was in Vietnam watching my buddies die, that's how we spent most of our free time, worrying about those poor little babies.
Alex?
Give me a break. No sign of forced entry?
No, nothing. Mr. Craig discovered the loss when he took inventory. 8 sticks of 60% dynamite.
When was that?
May 31st.
Now, that report was dated 5 months ago. You seem to recall the details very clearly.
Yes, I started work that week, and filing that report was my first official act. I think I typed it 3 times to make sure it was right.
Who else has access to this building?
Just Mr. Craig and Jim Jr., Mr. Craig's son. The men have to go to them to get the key.
Boy, I need the Budman invoice.
Be with you in a minute, Jim.
Now!
Is that Junior?
I can't wait for his father to get back from vacation.
Mr. Craig, I'd like to talk to you for a minute. Lieutenant Ascoli.
It's about the 8 sticks of stolen dynamite.
Look here, my man. Now, we're not even positive that they were stolen. It could have been a clerical error. Besides, there were no blasting caps missing. I mean, who'd be dumb enough to steal dynamite without detonators?
Someone who already has a military-issue substitute. M1 pull release type, to be exact.
I've seen those. They're obsolete and dangerous. Wait a minute. You saying it was our stuff that was used in that health spa bombing?
Well, I don't know where he got the detonators, but I'm making the rounds, you know, just checking companies with dynamite missing. So what I need from you, Junior, is a list of every job you did in May where explosives were involved.
Sorry about his behavior.
He must be a joy to have around.
Would you like some fresh strawberries for dessert?
Not now, maybe later. But don't bother. My show's coming on.
The Don Prestwick Show?
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, the Don Prestwick Show should prove to be one of the most interesting and exciting of the season. Stay tuned.
You're on your own, Mother.
Before we continue with the Don Prestwick Show, a news brief. Yesterday in Sri Lanka...
Yes?
Hi, Jessie.
Alex.
Listen, I'm sorry to bother you at home, but I've just got to talk to Molly.
Oh, fine. Come on in. Hi, you're in.
Look, I'm going over the eyewitness statements, right? And one of them mentioned that it was Braddock's routine to open every session with a personal demonstration on the machine that blew.
Jessie, come in here quickly.
Mom, Alex is here. Just a minute.
Good. He can see it, too. Hurry.
Come on.
All week long, we've been talking about our city's health industry and how some of the spas seem to be ripping off the consumer. In fact, some of those spas are nothing more than meat markets. Singles bars with carrot juice. In fact, yesterday morning, as I'm sure all of you know, one of the fancier spas in our city was bombed. In fact, the police are at this very moment looking for a person or persons responsible. But 20 minutes ago, right before we went on the air, this tape cassette was delivered to my office. Now, the voice, ladies and gentlemen, the voice is mine, pieced together from previous programs. But the message, well, the message is from the bomber. Today, I attack a health spot. Have love, self-indulgence, greed, lust, ideals. It's over, my friends. All over. All over.
There's more to come on the Don Presswick Show.
Big bucks, Lenny. Big bucks. That's right. That's the name of the game. I'm going to ride this all week, and Lenny, you ride it too. Look, just make me a fat new deal. That's right, sweetheart. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Yeah. My agent just made his job easy for him.
That tape's evidence, Presswick. Now I want it right now.
Yours, Lieutenant. Oh, I want you to know I took the liberty of making a copy. I wouldn't want anyone to say that Don Prestwick doesn't cooperate.
Why do you think the bomber chose you, Mr. Prestwick?
Who else would he appeal to? I'm the conscience of the city, the voice of the disenfranchised. Why, I consider my show a public service forum. Actually,
Exactly how was the tape delivered?
Oh, they left it with security main entrance. Too bad they didn't walk on camera and just hand it to me, you know.
Excuse me, Don, those two reporters are still waiting for you in your dressing room?
Reporters, yes. Well, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, punt. Ciao.
You believe him?
Yeah, just like I believe he's into public service.
What he's into is ratings, and your bomber just got on the numbers that'll get him renewed.
He was due to be canceled?
In 2 weeks, word was they were going to rewrite his contract with a match. Now we'll all be stuck with him for another year.
Tough love, self-indulgence, greed, lust, ideals. It's over, my friends. All over. All over.
Lab report just came in on the tape. We struck out. No prints, nothing. You getting anything?
Paranoia.
No, we'll keep working. I need all the help I can get. I just came from the captain's office.
Getting some heat?
You're learning. That switchboard is lighting up with calls from every health spa in the city. Presswick started a panic.
Everybody's wondering which spa's going to be next, huh?
Right. Look at this stuff. Sergeant Cowan dug it out of central files. Here, take a look.
Can you help me break it down?
Simple. Back in 1970, there were 3 groups of extremists suspected of planting bombs.
Are you still on that track?
Suspected of planting bombs that matched the one at the Body Boutique.
Why would some aging radical pop up now?
Are you going to listen to me or what?
Go ahead.
Now, one of the groups was called New Day Now, NDN. And the 3 leaders of the group were Frank Green, Albie Hammer, and somebody by the name of Kasky. The so-called Red Triangle. Does that sound familiar?
Sure.
I figured. You went to school with them.
Been looking into my background.
Huh. I know where and when you went to college.
And you checked out my political involvements.
Yeah.
My personal involvements?
Oh, yeah.
How about my medical records? Do I have any identifying marks?
All right. Take it easy. I was just being thorough. Oh. I thought it would be a lucky break if you actually knew some of these characters.
A+ for thorough.
There was a trial in the Wesco bombing case. Green and Hammer were acquitted. Kasky was never found. That is because Kasky was just an alias. Nobody ever figured out who he was.
You're really going to hang this on one of these radicals, aren't you? Alex, that message, in my opinion, is not political. It has nothing to do with an abstract cause. It is personal.
Now look, Doctor, I am just a cop. It is my job to catch criminals regardless of the motive. I don't care who it is.
L.B. Hammer.
I remember that.
Do I remember? Gosh, I'd forgotten how good you are.
I was okay. I was what they call derivative. What I really wanted was to be Bobby Dylan. But it was fun.
It was fun.
Remember that anti-war protest with Albie standing on top of those overturned cars, exhorting us all on to greater glory? Well, he was electrifying. I would have followed him anywhere.
Maybe you would have.
I guess I did, huh? So, how's life?
Good. How about you?
Not bad. What are you now?
Oh. Divorced, no kids.
Me too. You still playing? Used to be pretty good.
Oh, I haven't played in so long, I am really rusty.
How about a lesson on the house?
I don't have a lot of time. They keep me pretty busy.
After work, then? I could come by, we could play for a while, go out and get a bite to eat.
You know, my mom's staying with me for a while right now.
Oh.
Come on, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, okay, your mom's all right.
How's Albie?
I don't know. I don't see him much.
What's he doing?
Well, you want to see him?
Well, I'd like to see him, yeah.
Is that why you came by?
Yes.
Police business?
Sort of.
Yeah, I thought you said you weren't a cop.
I'm not a cop. And I don't want to hurt him either.
Well, okay. I know he won't mind. Just so long as you don't spread it around. It'd be bad for his image.
What's that?
This is a song that I wrote before I knew you. I thought this was going to be the movement's anthem. I imagined 1 million people singing this on the Washington Mall. The struggle's over, my friends, all over. The struggle's over, my friends. Now the good times can begin. The struggle's over, my friends, all over. The struggle's over, my friends, so the good times can begin. The struggle's over, my friend, now the good times can begin.
It's over, my friends, all over.
I'm afraid I won't be able to give you very much time, Doctor. I have a luncheon date.
I don't need much time, Albie.
Do we know each other? I had a feeling. I recognized the face, but...
Well, there's no reason you should remember it. I suppose it was 14 years ago in the college library.
And what did I do? Try to hit on you?
Something like that.
Well, what brings you here today, Doctor?
I'm a psychiatrist, attached to the police department.
Oh, there was a time that would have ended the conversation.
I suppose that you read about the bombing of the health spa a couple of days ago.
My past comes back to haunt me. Don't tell me I'm a suspect.
I'm not a cop, and I am not here as one, but I am personally involved. My mother was at the body boutique when it was bombed.
Well, I'm not. personally or otherwise.
The kind of bomb that was used was the same kind that the New Day Now was suspected of using.
Suspected. That's the operative word.
Suspected and accused. You, Frank Green, and Kasky. It was the Wesco power plant bombing.
Frank Green and I stood trial and were acquitted.
Whatever happened to Frank Green?
I don't know. Last time I saw him, we were walking out the courtroom door.
And Kasky?
Dead in the Wesco incident, along with the janitor.
The second body they found was never identified. There wasn't much left of it.
Believe me, it was Kasky. This was Kasky's deal all the way. Look, I'm sorry, I really do have to run.
Well, you keep thinking about it. And maybe you can change that.
Hello? Frank, Albie. Somebody from the police department was just here. What's going on?
Kasky's trying to kill me, that's what.
Kasky?
Well, didn't you read the paper?
They described the bomb. 2 sticks, 3 bands of tape, and an old M1. Now, who do you know that puts together a bomb like that?
Well, even if you're right, why would Kasky want to kill you?
Not me, Albie. Us. In Kasky's twisted mind, we're deserters. We abandoned their cause.
What are you going to do?
Disappear for a while. I'm leaving right now. You'd be smart to do the same, Albie. See ya.
So do I.
Hammer, Green, and Kasky are involved in this thing.
But that's what I've been trying to do.
Don't say anything until I'm through, okay? The message, it's over, was taken from a college radical song.
Well, wait till you hear what I have
Wait,
to...
please, let me finish. I just talked with Albie Hammer, and he knows a lot more than he's letting on. And I thought you were letting politics influence your judgment, but I was wrong, and I apologize.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I talk now?
Sure.
Thank you. Braddock's dead.
What?
Same kind of bomb as last time. We ID'd him, what was left of him, through his dental records. Now, here's the kicker. It turns out that Braddock wasn't Braddock, but Frank Green.
It's impossible. Frank Green was tall, dark, and skinny.
Yeah, but you can lift a lot of weights over 14 years. This guy, he gave himself a new body, a whole new look. You know what I think? I think you better take me to your friend, Albie. I'd like to try to break some things out of him.
You're not going to recognize him either. He's 100% establishment.
Who, Albie Hammer?
Albie Hammer.
Look, I've told you all I can tell you.
Albie, you've got to give me some explanation.
Get off my back, Susan. I mean it. 1 suitcase and that's it.
But how long are we going to be gone?
I don't know. I need time to think.
Damn it, Albie, so do I.
Look, Susan, you've got a choice. Either you're coming with me or you aren't. Wait a minute.
What's the matter? What is it?
Stay back.
Get back.
What's wrong? that dynamite?
It's a bomb. Now you know why we're getting out.
You mean somebody really is trying to kill you?
Somebody named Caskey. Go get the suitcase, get it packed.
Can't you call the police?
No, I can't.
Why?
Something that happened a long time ago. We bombed a power plant.
Oh, hurry.
Where are you going?
Get rid of this. It ties me back to Caskey, to the past. I can't let that happen.
I got a feeling Albie may be getting ready to run.
Why? Because he missed that meeting?
Are you kidding? His secretary said he'd been working for months to set it up.
Hammer!
Tighten your seatbelt. Charlie 1 in pursuit of a 1975 Caddy, dark blue with a white top, northbound on Bell at Melinda.
Alex, my mother loves me.
Relax, you're in good hands. There's nothing you can do.
My second guest this evening is a gentleman. Second. Well, I can't top that one. Not until after this commercial.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hammer, but your statement that your husband found the bomb in your house just doesn't make much sense.
It's the truth. What other explanation could there be?
Well, let's suppose, let's just suppose that your husband was involved in Frank Green's death. And let's suppose that he had another bomb he no longer needed. The one he was trying to get rid of when I showed up. The one that went off by accident when he slammed on the brakes. Do you think that's possible?
No. No, I'm telling you. We came home and Albie saw the bomb as he started to open the bedroom door. Somehow got it disconnected and all he could think of was to get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Excuse me.
I believe her.
Why? Give me a reason.
Because of the bomber's messages. Remember I said that they were personal? Well, they reflect anger, betrayal, and loss, and none of that fits between Albie Hammer and Frank Green. They stuck together all the time on the outside in school. And then they both became successful later on when they were living within the system.
Not bad. But you still have to explain the bombs.
There was a third person in that triangle.
Caskey? No, Caskey's supposed to be dead.
What if he lived and he felt that Hammer and Green copped out at the trial, and then they became a part of society? I mean, maybe he's come to feel that they were traitors to the cause. And Alex, I know it sounds crazy after all of this time, but the facts do fit.
All right, let's say you're right. Then why didn't Hammer and Green come forward and ask for protection?
I don't know. Maybe they had something to hide.
You mean Caskey had something on them? Something from way back that could still put them behind bars. Wait a minute. Maybe there was another death in another bombing. Another murder they were never tried for.
Do you think she might know?
Let's find out.
Let me try.
Okay.
May I call you Susan? I know you've been through a nightmare. And we have to get some answers. Would it help you any if I told you that I believe you? I think the lieutenant does now, too.
It helps a little.
Susan, I'm going to ask you to do something that I know is going to be painful. I want you to talk about Albie.
But I don't know where to begin.
When did you and Albie meet?
4 years ago. We were together about 6 months before we were married.
Did he tell you anything about his past, about the things that he did when he was in college?
Some of it. He'd really put most of that behind him. He had a big box in the garage where he kept clippings and mementos from his radical days. But he never looked at those. They were just there.
Did he ever mention Frank Green?
Maybe once or twice.
What about Caskey? Did he tell you Caskey's real name?
I don't want to hear that name.
Why?
I just don't want to hear that name.
All right, I won't say the name again. I'm not here to hurt you.
Well, then why did you mention it?
Susan, you're going to have to confront this sooner or later to start your own healing process.
I didn't hear this name until today. It was Caskey. Albie said it was Caskey put that bomb in our house. Caskey killed Albie.
We're ready whenever you are, Don.
Yeah, I'm ready, Mike. Does anybody have a tape I can hold up? Oh, thanks, guy.
Okay, we're rolling.
Hello. Don Prestwick here, urging you all to be with me tonight for a dynamite show. Ladies and gentlemen, what I hold in my hands, what you see before you, and a copy of which I have already given to the police, is another taped message from the crazed bomber who haunts our city. I may or may not air this tonight. I have yet to decide, but I promise you this, bomber, I will excoriate the sick mind that made this. Be with me tonight for the excitement.
Cut. That's a print.
Okay with you, Ed?
Just beautiful, Don.
All right, thank you. Here, Mike, take this. See you all tonight.
This just came in, message number 2. See what you can do. Just your average hurricane?
Yeah? See a picture of Caskey?
That's very funny. Yeah, so? His green, his hammer, so? Where's Caskey? That's a woman.
Very good. It has to be. In all of Albie's clippings, she's the only one that shows up consistently with him and Frank Green. She has to be Caskey.
Gloria Reed, huh?
Gloria Reed? Wait a minute. I interviewed her about the missing dynamite. Escoli, listen, send a car to Craig Construction Company to pick up Gloria Reed. Get a recent photo and address from DMV and run a background check on her. Be careful now, she could be armed and dangerous. She's our bomber. Now that's good work, Doc.
Thanks.
No, I mean it.
I know.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Good.
Many people from the United States have contributed through their volunteer work and donations. The restoration rights will be handed over for television in 1990.
Anything else you need before I leave, Jim?
We'll be back.
Now I'm about ready to leave myself.
Hello, Don Prestwick here, urging you to be with me tonight for a dynamite show. Ladies and gentlemen, what I hold in my hand, what you see before you is another taped message from the crazed bomber who haunts the city.
What a
I may
grandstanding
not
jerk.
tonight, but I promise you this, bomber. I will excoriate the sick mind that made this. Be with me tonight for the excitement.
And blackened. Green. Greed is gone. And so the dream.
Is it? Is it over? Is Kasky finally satisfied?
Maybe. But don't forget we're dealing with a psychopathic personality.
Meaning?
Meaning that there are no guarantees. This kind of deeply entrenched hurt and rage could flare up at any point in time if Kasky feels that somebody else has betrayed her. Yes, Ellie.
Thanks. Escoli. Gloria's gone. She disappeared.
Alex.
Yeah. What? You got something?
Prestwick may have just goaded Kasky to act again with his promo for tonight's show. I caught it when I was walking through the coffee room.
What did he say?
Well, first of all, he left it up in the air whether or not he was even going to play the new tape. If I'm reading Kasky correctly, she wants everybody to know that what she's doing is the right thing. So you deny her her audience, and it's just going to frustrate her more.
All right, what else?
Well, he used flash words like sick and crazed.
Come on, lay it on me, Jessie. Are we looking at another bombing?
If we are, what I'm saying is that Prestwick has just set himself up as the next victim.
I better get some people and get down there. Looks like we got lucky and beat it to the punch. All right, you, and you, cover that entrance. Where's Prestwick?
Prestwick, Frank, where's Don? Frank!
Alex? I finally got the background material on Gloria. She spent the last 7 years in Messia.
Where?
The original snake pit. I've got to call in
I
the
can't
chief
find
of-
Prestwick.
What do you mean?
I don't know where he is. He didn't show up for makeup. He's not in his dressing room.
Let's go. Where the hell have you been?
Don't move. Don't anybody move.
Okay, Gloria, now nobody's moving. Keep them quiet. Now everybody stay calm. Everything's gonna be all right.
That's right. Keep them quiet. If I let go of this, it'll go off. If you shoot me, it'll explode before I hit the floor.
Nobody's gonna try to hurt you.
Oh, God. I'm going on the air with Mr. Prestwick.
Well, we'll certainly try to arrange that, Gloria. I mean, but generally speaking, it's against policy.
Do it. Just do it.
Okay. All right.
And if anybody tries to leave, this blows.
All right. Now, you heard that, everybody. Now, don't anybody move. Just stay quiet. Nobody's gonna get hurt. Everything is gonna be all right. We're just gonna listen to Gloria and do exactly what she says.
Sit down. Now, we're going on the air.
Right, 30 seconds.
And I want a TV set brought in here so I can see it. This goes on the air or the bomb goes off.
Sure, Gloria. Anything you want. Is this all right?
5 seconds.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don Prestwick here once again with a most unusual show. I think you should all be aware that this is not a tape. What you are watching is happening now live.
That's enough. I'm going to talk now. I'm Gloria Reed. Caskey. I didn't die. They said I did the Westcote bombing. That's how they got off. Hammer, Green. Saying I was dead. I had to go underground. They sold me out. They had me, you know, committed. 7 years. 7 years.
Gloria. Back here. I'm Jessie Hayden. I'm a doctor. We went to school together.
Come closer.
Probably wouldn't remember. I only met you once.
That's right. I don't.
I knew Frank and Albie. I went to some of the rallies at school. Gloria, why don't we get rid of some of these people, let them go, so we can talk?
No, nobody leaves. They stay here.
Okay, no problem. We've got lots of time to figure out what we're going to do.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to blow us up. God! Make her shut up!
All right, okay. Please. Everything's gonna be okay, all right? Just take it easy.
It's over. There's nothing worth living for.
Gloria, you've worked so hard to get where you are. Look, you're on television. There are millions of people watching you. You've accomplished so much the way we all had hoped we would. I think all the bad times that you've been going through, they're all over. All over. Oh, I almost forgot. An old friend said to say hello to you, Bobby Cook.
Bobby.
Remember he used to play the guitar and sing at all the rallies? Yeah, he said his song must have been so important to you for you to remember it all these years.
Bobby.
I've been trying to remember the lines to that song. Can you remember, Gloria? Do you remember how it goes? I think it went, the trouble's over, my friends, all over. And then there was another part, a second line. What was that, Gloria? Can you remember it? Do you remember the way the second part went? The trouble's over, my friends. Now the good times can begin. The trouble's over, my friends. All over. The trouble's over, my friends. Now the good times can begin. The trouble's over. Can you hear me, Gloria?
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, where President Reagan and Walter Mondale stand on the economy and how it will affect you. Also, we'll look at working women and stress, plus Christy McNichol and David Brenner on Good Morning America.
John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, the biggest movie musical in history. There's never been a school like Rydell High, and there's never been a movie like Grease. Thursday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.